Hi. I saw the Netflix miniseries, 10 episode. Of course, I wasn't able to see the last few episodes because it kept on buffering, and I thought, yeah, it's probably the. Yeah, sure, it's buffering. I started getting conspiratorial. Like this movie, this series is so bad that they're gonna try to buffer it so you can't see it. I thought, this thing is since it's dealing with Islam as well as Christianity, it's going to walk on eggshells so much that it's going to be vague and timid all the way through. And but I found out something happens in it that makes me feel it has the potential to get really, really creepy if it's brave enough to. You know what I mean? They're trying to say, is he the Messiah or is he a con artist? Well, if he is a con artist, he's too supernatural to me. He's too supernatural to be just a con artist. You know what I mean? Sure, he might have been able to have some kid act like he got shot, but you have to pay the people to make it look like they shot him and then brought him back to life. But he'd have to be more than a con artist, because how did he know there was going to be a tornado in Texas that would destroy a whole town except for a church? You know what I mean? Unless the supernatural part, he was able to create the tornado and have everything destroyed but the church, just to help get the Christians thinking, he must be something supernatural. He must be the Messiah of some sort. Of course, he's spouting stuff that's not Christian. I mean, the Bible says that Jesus is the way, the truth, and the life, and yet he's also claiming to be like a Muslim also, and which makes it all the creepier. But this is where the thinking this show has the potential to get really creepy. He ends up, instead of healing a black dog, he ends up killing it, saying he puts it out of its misery. This kind of points to him not being a Christian, but being a Muslim, because Muhammad in the Hadith tells Muslims to kill black dogs. So you're thinking, Muslims are watching the movie thinking he might be the Dajjal, but he can't be the Dajjal, because in the Hadith, the Dajjal has one eye that's blind and protruding. It's kind of hard. In other words, and it has the name written Dajjal or kafir or infidel on his forehead. This guy doesn't have anything like that, so it could be that he's not the Dajjal, but the Mahdi. And if you ever studied Islam, the Dajjal, I mean the Mahdi, is going to come back with Jesus, or Isa, son of Mary, and kill off all the Jews and Christians. He's going to, quote, kill the pig. I'm pretty sure that means more than one pig. And break off the... well, actually, I think the Isa, son of Mary is going to do that. Kill the pig and destroy all the crosses. Whereas this Mahdi guy, and I'm thinking that this is what it is, this Messiah, it's not the Christian Messiah at all. It's the Messiah. It's the Mahdi. And what might happen in the series is that it ends up killing all the Christians and Jews. It brings the Christians over to this one place by protecting the church, just to get them there. And trouble is, I wouldn't go there because I would know that he was preaching a false gospel, but because he's trying to mix, it's like he's trying to be a Chrislam kind of guy, mixing Islam and Christianity together. But in other words, he's trying to get the Chrislamers into an area so he could probably kill them. Uh, but the thing is, even though the people that wrote this thing, I don't know how far they're going to go with it. They've got the Jibril, they've got these Muslim names down into it. But if they're going to really go the extra mile to try to make it look like it's Islamic eschatology coming to fruition, someone's going to have to make, in the series, alpacas, start raising alpacas to help make, so the Muslims can make shoes made of hair to sell to the Christians and Jews so they can kill them. Because in the Hadith, the hour will not come, in other words, the end of the world will not come until the Muslims kill people who wear shoes made of hair. And I don't see that happening quite yet. But if they know that Muhammad tells Muslims to kill black dogs because they're jinn, actually Muhammad, he told Muslims to kill black dogs because they're the devil. And so far, this guy has killed a black dog. So that means he could possibly be the Mahdi. Instead of healing the dog, he kills the dog by shooting it. And but if they know about that part of the Hadith, they might know about the shoes made of hair. And so who knows? This guy might start talking about alpacas. And he's definitely not the Dajjal, because in Islam, the Dajjal is supposed to be like Allah, look just like Allah except for the eye. In other words, Allah is is short, chubby, got woolly hair, and is hen-toed, but has two perfect eyes, where the Dajjal has one looks just like Allah except for he's got one bad eye, and of course got the kafir on his forehead. So far, this guy is not the Dajjal, unless he's trying to create some kind of illusion that hides the fact that he's a short little guy with the, one bad eye, and that hasn't quite been brought out if he's going to be the Dajjal. So I'm thinking that he's going to be the Messiah, the Hadith, he's going to be the Mahdi. And if that's true, and he starts trying to make people raise alpacas to make shoes made of hair fashionable, it's going to get really creepy. Because that means the Muslims start killing all the Jews until there's one hiding behind a tree or a rock, and the rock will cry out, "Oh, Muslim, there's a Jew behind me, come and kill him." But will they go there? Or will they keep on playing it safe and timid and vague? We'll see. But